learned to play, I didn't sing. And I would learn the melody to a tune, and I would try to accompany it with a bass, like a steady bass or an alternating thumb. And so I'd learn the melody to an 8 or a 12 bar blues. And I'd be like, great, now I have 8 seconds of music, maybe 10 seconds of music. That doesn't sound like a song. It just sounds like 10 seconds. What do you do to turn those 10 seconds into something way more complete? Well, you can start by coming up with an arrangement for the tune. And that sounds really complicated and really fancy, but it really just means building out from the tune itself, like coming up with something to put in front, like an intro, or having a little vamp to rest on in the middle of the tune, or working out kind of a fixed solo, sometimes called the shout chorus, or even improvising on the tune. This coming month in my membership, the Fingerstyle 5, we're going to do all those things with the tune How Long Blues. And if you'd like to study with me and learn how to do that, we'll have live streams, we'll have Q&A sessions, we'll have tons of tab, all these ideas written out and notated so you can check it out and spend time working on it. And this way you can learn how to take a simple tune and put it all together. But in the meantime, in this lesson, I want to show you just the first couple steps that you can take, how to start with the tune itself, create an intro or a vamp, and then use that to build out your first arrangement using just a couple of really simple ideas. If you'd like to learn more about the membership, check out the link below or the link on screen. In the meantime, let's get started with these steps to start arranging an 8-bar blues. So this is basically a 3-step process. We're going to come up with a vamp, which is just a short repeating figure. We're going to arrange the tune by alternating between the vamp and the melody itself. And then we're going to look for a couple of spots inside the vamp to put in a couple of licks, which we could work out or we could improvise. We're going to end up with this 5-step thing. We're going to have a vamp, the tune itself, repeat the vamp in the middle, play the tune one more time, and then vamp out. All we've done is added one new element, but that's going to give us enough to create this whole kind of arc that lasts for way more than the 10 seconds of the original melody. This is how it works. So the vamp, which is another way of thinking about the intro, doesn't just come out of thin air. We're going to just go to the tune itself, and we're going to ransack it for the stuff we need to make the intro. So what key are we in? We're playing an A, so let's vamp on an A. And what chords have we got in A? Well, we've got 1, and we've got 4, and we've got 5. And so let's work with 1 and 4, and we'll play the 4 chord up here, and we'll just keep the A in the bass to keep things simple. And the tune is being played with a steady bass feel. So let's keep the steady bass feel for the thumb. So we've got, let's use this 1 chord, right? Root, 5th and root of an A chord. And let's go up to this D7 with an A in the bass. So we got an F sharp here, that's the 3rd of D, and we got the flat 7 here, this C natural. So we could have this. Now we've already got a little repeating thing, but we could syncopate it a little bit. I did was move 3 of the chords instead of playing. I put the first couple ones on the ands, 1 and 2 and 3, 4. Those are right on the beat. And then 1, 2, and 3, 4. And that's it. That's the vamp. Too bad, right? So that's step 1. We have a vamp. Now we have something we can alternate with the melody. And if we just play the vamp first as an intro and then go into the melody, we can vamp in the middle, doing what a vamp literally means, which is to kind of kill time or tread water. And then we can play the melody again after we've had some change up, right? And then we can go out. We can use the same thing we used as an intro as an outro. So we'd have this as our intro. Play it maybe 4 times. little room for the melody to start. Back to the vamp. At which point we can come back and play the melody again. Maybe vary the way we play the melody a little bit. And then last time, here's the end of the tune, we're going to vamp out. And we're done. So that's the second step, arranging the building blocks. And then the third thing is something I started to do towards the end of what I just played, which is to put in some fills. So there's a lot of breathing room in this vamp. At the end of every other bar, 3, 4, 1. Now we're guitar players, right? Like that empty space is just crying out, saying, play some licks, you have the room. So let's put in something. We've got a little bit of room. Something like that will fit. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and or 3 and 4 and right? Just any place you've got that little gap, you can play a little lick that leads into the downbeat. So if we have the vamp going on like this, 3 and 4 and we can put those licks in over the thumb. And so now when we're vamping, we've got this opportunity to start improvising. And if you know a blues scale, like A minor pentatonic or the A minor or the A blues scale, with the flat 5 in there, and you have that rhythm and 4 and then you just need to find different ways to play with that scale in that rhythmic pocket and land back on a root. And 4 and 4 and and any one of those. Can get dropped into that spot. And that is one of the best ways to start improvising. You don't have to come up with a whole solo. You don't have to play for 8 bars or 12 bars. You just have to play for a beat and a half. And if you come up with a few different licks and learn how to drop them into that little rhythmic pocket at the end of every other bar on the vamp, you've got a place to start practicing improvising. So that's the idea. If you can start with the tune and just first come up with a vamp by pulling out elements from the tune, use the existing groove, use the existing key, use the chords in the key, do a little bit of syncopation. That's the first part. Then alternate that vamp that you've come up with the tune itself to create this 5-part structure of vamp, tune, vamp, tune, vamp. And then the third step is to just look for those little pockets in the vamp where you might have room to sneak in a couple of licks, work out a couple of licks with the same rhythm. You can start dropping them in. Now you've got the beginnings of a complete arrangement of a tune, all just starting from those original 8 bars. Now, not only is this something that we're covering this month in the Fingerstyle 5 membership, it's something we've already covered on dozens of traditional and contemporary blues tunes, things like Trouble in Mind, and You Got to Move, and Sitting on Top of the World, and Rollin' and Tumblin', you name it. We always take the tune, and once we've learned the tune, we work on an arrangement so that even if you're not going to sing the song, you can create a complete arrangement that sounds like a song. You've got the melody, you've got intros, you've got vamps, you've got some improvisation ideas, you've got some shout choruses. You can put together something of your own that will make the song sound complete. Again, check that out at the link below or the link on screen. And if you've got a question about arranging traditional blues tunes, please leave it for me down below. I'd love to hear from you. And as always, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.